Marmalade is free. I'm CHERYL COSTELLO with Chesapeake Bay Magazine's Bay Bulletin, and you are about to see a healthy seal head back home. Better than an Amazon delivery, this box was delivered to the beach where he was saved.
You're talking to an animal lover, so I think it's fantastic. I think it's wonderful.
It was wonderful to watch a once wounded Marmalade get celebrity treatment. The beach at 40th Street acted as his red carpet.
He kind of did a flop walk, you know what I mean?
You have to go back several months when Marmalade was a seal out of water. He was in bad shape. The National Aquarium came to the rescue.
He had some superficial wounds, he had dehydration, was malnourished, all things that we kind of kept an eye on and then made the decision to bring into rehab.
The medical team at the National Aquarium healed the seal after getting the call from volunteers. They shared this video from their pools in Baltimore. Emily Smith was on the team that treated his wounds, got him back to having better blubber. And with a count of 550 people watching, Marmalade became a bigger show than the sunset at Fager's Island.
I was on the balcony drinking coffee and then just looked out and I didn't know what was going on. I just saw a crowd forming.
I think everybody's excited to see that, some creature such as Marmalade that came ashore, was in distress, was nurtured back to health, and then was able to be released back into the ocean.
Penny Sperry was picture ready, closing in by a whisker.
That seal wouldn't have had a chance left in the wild. The fact that they rescued it, took it back.
Of course, the individual always matters, but it's also always giving us information on the species as a whole. Whether it's our seals, our sea turtles, we're getting information about the species, and that always helps in the long term.
The moment came when Marmalade followed his nose and headed straight for his home in the Atlantic. He let the moment soak in before he got soaked.
Well, it is happy.
He paused, looked out to where he'll be reunited with his family and friends, but looked back as to say thank you to those who gave him his new life.
It was emotional, it really was.
And then the plunge.
Thanks, and now it's my time to go.
The waves that pushed him onto the beach in March is now the tide that takes him home. For Chesapeake Bay Magazine's Bay Bulletin, I'm CHERYL COSTELLO.